Hey, I'm Brian Posehn. You may know me from my stand-up comedy, or from the TV shows I've been on, like the Sarah Silverman program. I love comic books, metal, and anything nerdy, except furries. They're gross. But that does include Dungeons & Dragons, which I've been playing with the same group of my funny friends for a decade now. So we decided to record us playing the game and turn it into a podcast, and we call it...
Nerd Poker. Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends.
Blaine! Ken!
Sarah!
Sark! Don't forget Jerry!
Now with more
Dan!
And Steve!
and less Sarah, Jerry, and Sark. Hey, it's Brian Posehn. You're listening to Nerd Poker, Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends. Hi, friends.
Hello.
Hi, Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends.
Hey, you guys are wearing the same shirts from last show.
Thanks, Zevia. That's really delicious. I'm trying the cola one now.
I'm on my strawberry.
Yeah,
I'm having the cream soda you
I had the cream soda earlier.
Very nice.
You're not having the exact one. I finished mine.
No, I'm having a new one.
You're having a new one.
Yes.
I had the
You're very
calamari
generous
pesto.
with
It's
the
delicious.
sodas.
I'd really like to try Zevia's other flavors, like putting my children through college with a cash offering. Or
No, we'll
My
just
favorite
accept more
Zevia
soda.
flavor is Free Jaguar.
Let's do a couple of donors and get into the game, right?
Okay.
Little card here. Which one's that guy?
That's Dopey.
That's Dopey, right? Thank you for having an amazing podcast. It gives me something to look forward to every week. P.S. Try and get Brendan Small to be a regular. Slow Hand Fistington, disciple of the Throwing Way, and Cleo Taurus. Some veins are red, others are blue. I get a raging nerd boner from listening to you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Was that cock
Wow.
related?
And a 50 from those guys to Nerd Poker.
Thanks, guys.
From Slow Hand Fistington, disciple of the Throwing Way. Thanks,
Slow
Slow
Hand
Hand Fistington.
I want a 50 with the slow
hand.
That's a fisty.
Brendan was awesome.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
hilarious.
he's a
He'll be
funny
back.
bastard. He'll be back. What's that say? Ve Victus, Christina, and Logan.
Right on. Thanks
For the moolah.
Stop
Thanks,
selling.
Dave, Victus,
Thanks.
Christina, and Logan.
Thanks,
We got a
Christina
shitload
and
of cash at the DeKalb show we did.
Oh, yeah. Oh, a lot of these are from
Well, where is it?
Chicago. No, this is, I mean, look. Look at all that.
Nice.
Let me get through it.
Oh, man.
Filthy lucre.
Jeff Eichner, I heart Blaine Capatch. And then he drew a dick with things coming out of it. And it says,
Classic.
"You're my celebrity boyfriend."
That's more than heartache.
Okay.
Andrew Jackson was that Will.
To Brian P. and friends from Wade Shepherdson, keep it up, Nerd Poker crowd. I hope this green helps you keep the lights on and the dice rolling. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Wade Shepherdson. Bunch of really great people. I mean, those shows were so fun. Dan did DeKalb, Illinois with me, and then what was
Chicago. At
yeah,
the
but
Bee
what
Kitchen.
was the place called?
The House Cafe?
House Cafe. in
Those
DeKalb.
guys were super nice on staff over there.
The dudes, and then the dudes making the t-shirts downstairs.
I got one of their cards. We should plug them.
This says Phil Billy Deluxe is still a wuss from Sir Charles of Barkley and Barry and Clit Whistle.
That's my favorite circus.
Yeah, the guys from House Press, Jake and his buddies there. Thanks, House Press. They made a bunch of t-shirts for us. They're really
Yeah,
cool
man.
guys.
They made you a sick-ass Lovecraft shirt.
Yeah, they did.
Cool.
And then a guy handed me a $10 and said his name, and I said, I will remember that for sure, because he had a weird name, but I don't remember it. But, but I wrote down Jimbo, Bruno, Rio, Rhino.
What?
It could be Jimbo, Bruno, Rio, or Rhino, or maybe
Or
not.
none of those.
Rimbo?
Or Seth.
No, it had an O.
Was it Brian, maybe?
Maybe it was Ringo.
Seth
Was
O?
it Ringo? Some guy gave me a 10 in Chicago in front of Beat Kitchen. Thanks, buddy. And I know I said I'd remember your name, and I fucking blew it like an asshole. He had like a really unique name.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't like a name even. It wasn't like... a name you've ever heard. It was a
Was
word
it like
that you'd
Whistle?
heard. No.
Like Sting?
Oh my God, it was Sting.
Oh my God, I can't believe you got $10 from Sting.
But Sting the wrestler.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Sting the wrestler.
No. Love the show. Keep it up. Jeff and Jillian from Wisconsin. Thanks, guys. And then,
There's something written on Andrew Jackson.
This is delighting Brian to no end.
Blaine, please read this.
I think we need to make Brian read it.
Let's all pass it around before we read it out loud.
Everyone see if you can read it. Yeah.
Ken's looking at it.
it's now it's Steve. Look at what's coming out of Andrew Jackson's mouth. Now pass it. Our engineer first. Sam.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Sam. And Dan, lastly. Now you have to read it.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now a dramatic reading from a $20 bill by Dan Telfer.
We all laugh that hard.
It's really hard to say, especially because everyone here knows him. Andrew Jackson. Everyone here knows Andrew Jackson. Hey, here's our favorite quote from Andrew Jackson, everybody. He said, Patton Oswalt did 9/11.
And it says Troy, Tom, and Jordan.
Pat Oswalt did 9/11.
That's like a good
Thanks, Troy,
t-shirt.
Tom,
Some
and Jordan.
fucking cashier's gonna get that one day.
Well, we did get somebody mentioned on Twitter recently that one of these showed up somewhere randomly.
Yeah, it was on Facebook. Someone sent us a
Facebook.
message. I might even
Was
be
it
able
in
to pull it up real
Was it in
quick.
Seattle?
somewhere.
Northern California, I think.
Yeah, it was
It was
NorCal.
like a weird, like a ghost towny tourist place.
Yeah, that's what it was exactly.
Calico,
Yeah, like a
Calico
very
Ghost Town?
Pioneer Town. Was,
One of those type
It was very
places.
small population.
Here we go. Here we go.
going like
This
a
is from
ghost
Dustin
town.
Brady on Facebook. He says, "Hey guys, I love your show. You guys and Sarah are always talking about the Nerd Poker money going back into circulation. So I wanted to let you know I found some in the register at work. I work at Bodie State Historical Park in Mono County, California.
Wow.
It is a ghost town that nerds come to, apparently."
By the way, Troy, Tom, and Jordan, they were from Champaign, from the Champagne show I did on Thursday. Thanks, guys. That was really funny. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen coming out of Andrew Jackson's mouth. Then,
Ghost Town.
hey, Nerd Poker guys.
Ghost
Just
Town.
got that.
Love your show. Listening to you guys dick around. I thought it said click around, but no,
Dick
it's
around
dick.
gang.
Clit whistle.
and
Nobody
play
uses
D&D.
cursive anymore.
It's a highlight of my week. It's really terrific, and thanks so much for the show. Justin Pierce, also in Champaign.
Wow.
Those were all fun shows. I did St. Louis, Firebird, and then I did High Dive in Champaign, and then House Cafe in DeKalb, and ending it up at the Beat Kitchen in Chicago, and then went to my buddies Big and Little. Go to, if you're in Chicago, you got to try Big and Little. I've talked about it before, but they do burgers, but then also fish tacos, and it's like really well made fast food, and then they do like foie gras fries and shit like that, and kimchi fries are fucking delicious. I had the soft shell crab po' boy. Fucking, it's so good.
Sounds like some hot dogs level stuff.
It's some good shit. Chicago, man, you're from there.
yeah.
It's some
You know what's
really
really good
fucking
at-
good food.
The deep dish fish tacos in Chicago are the best. You ever get those?
Oh, deep dish.
my God.
That's where that's the best kind of fish taco. This
Holy
fucking
shit.
California shit.
New York fish tacos are the
California
worst.
fucking
It's so flat.
bullshit. Your Baja.
really thin
fucking-
and New York.
Oh, you gotta fold it over.
Give me a deep dish fish taco, you motherfucker.
Oh yeah, you can't. Yeah,
Yeah, you know
fuck
what?
yeah.
Forget about it, New York. your fish tacos can suck my dick off. Chicago deep dish fish tacos forever, boy.
All right, one last one. I love you guys so much. This is really
Wow,
nice.
it's beautiful.
Nice looking card, Nerd Poker.
That's our new shirt.
Oh,
Yep.
That was awesome.
Oh, it's nice.
Tell,
I love you guys.
Get those guys. What are they?
House
Press,
Press.
yeah.
Get House Press to take that card and make it a shirt for Nerd
Okay.
Poker.
Shut up, Ken. We will.
I got a lot of ideas, you guys. Let's sit down for a
All
minute
right,
and talk.
Ken. Can I get? I love you guys so much that I made you a card. Now shut up and play D&D. That's kind of perfect. And the heart with stink lines coming off. Or
Oh, you got the stink lines and everything.
or they're members of the SS, the SSS. Nathan in St. Louis. Thanks, Nathan.
Thanks, Nathan.
Thank you, Nathan.
That was a lot of cash from listeners.
Yeah.
and
Thank
then
you, listeners.
you know, if we go back to somebody sending to Earwolf and doing the real donor, and you get a plaque and all that, I would love to give out some Last Christmas copies. I've got some hardcovers. I'll get Jerry to fucking slam his John Hancock on there.
I'll sign a CD for you.
Yeah, so if you do that, go the but obviously we love people giving us money at our shows too. So whatever.
Why are you such a piece of
Whatever
shit,
you wanna
Steve?
do.
Just keep turning Dan's
help out.
headphones down.
For no reason.
What a dick.
Other than he just enjoys watching the look on my face as I like.
He looks so confused.
He's a real
What the fuck's
motherfucker
going-
sometimes, that Steve.
What the fuck's going on?
He'll get into your
I am
shit.
so easy to prank. I get so upset so easily.
Okay.
And my friend James Staffel, who is the head of security at B Kitchen, has an awesome metal band called Yakuza. So if you like metal,
Oh, yeah, they are
he
good.
fucking rules.
Yeah. There was a joke we didn't on the last episode when Brendan was here. Was there a thing that we didn't explain, a quote? I felt like maybe we still didn't.
I don't know.
There's some fucking dumb thing that we were doing and we never explained to people what we were doing. But
Oh, shit, really?
It's not the first time, so
We'll listen to it
can't
tomorrow
remember
when
what
the
it was.
episode drops, and we'll
Yeah,
realize
yeah.
what the fuck we've gotten ourselves into.
all right.
And we'll explain it in the forums.
So what happened
Good job going in the forum, Steve.
what happened
Thanks.
last week? We're almost to the blackness.
Yeah.
You guys are in a weird tar rain. After some explosions go off above you into some colored clouds of birds that are obviously covered with giants. You've been flying for a while due to a wish that Hug made with his wish ring.
Nice.
Nazga still flying with her, boots of flying or your wings of
Wings
flying?
of flying, yeah. Little
they're,
strap-on wings.
they're they're okay. They're
Nausicaa's just a strap-on kind of girl.
just a strap-on fly kind of girl.
Strap on.
Strap off. So you guys are flying. You're sort of at a middle altitude. You see that the mountains below you are turning from yellow to black, even though it's 2 or 3 in the afternoon. It's starting to smell more and more like sulfur and tar and pitch. And there's more weird blobs coming up from the mountains in front of you and going up into the atmosphere and heading towards these flocks of birds and action.
Well, I want to keep going towards them, but also be ready to dodge them when if they are like surface-to-air missiles. I don't want to be knocked down by them.
Sure. Okay. You guys lower your altitude a little bit because you see that there are some blobs coming up just past the ridge that you're coming up on. When you Nazca, you look up behind you and you see that there are 2 squadrons, I guess, of yellow birds that are coming in lower than birds that you've seen so far. It doesn't look like the birds are trying to get into the blackness or they're attacking the blackness. It looks like they're just flying above all this and going somewhere else. But these black dots are going up and intercepting these
How
things.
close are they?
They almost look like they're coming in the way you see planes coming in to land at LAX. Like you can see them off in the distance. They're getting very close.
All right, I'll suggest these guys. Maybe, hey, these guys are coming in. Maybe we should get closer to the tree line and see what. Maybe we can follow these guys.
I'll get out of their way.
Yeah, what I mean by going closer to
sure.
the tree line,
Yeah.
hide ourselves a little bit, then keep
Right.
an eye on them and follow them.
Sounds good.
All right. You see, as you're doing this, you see these. There's 2 squadrons, I guess, of 3 yellow birds, and these are gigantic birds.
You fucker.
And they come in kind of low. One's off in the distance. You see these black blobs go up in front of you and then take off towards the closest group of these birds. And you see a couple of magical bolts go off. You remember how they would attack you and strafe you with these magic missiles. These magic missiles go off towards the black blob and nothing happens. And you see this black thing just encompass one of the birds. And then it just drips down to the ground.
Well, all right.
And that's it. That's the only one that you see that gets hit. The other birds just kind of continue past you off into the distance.
Why
ahead.
the fuck are these birds even bothering if they're being just annihilated?
Either they want to get into the Blacklands or something beyond the Blacklands that they can't get to, or
Like,
or
yeah.
they're at war. It seems like they're all at war. It seems like everyone's at war with the Blacklands.
Good.
Well, everyone's at war with us, so
Exactly.
this might
So then we're
work
on the
out
side
for
of the
us.
Blacklands.
I think we can make a solid appeal.
Okay.
I don't like the
You
sound
guys-
of that.
What, solid appeal? And the solid appeal
Yeah, you're
dancers.
fucking dice rolling.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, it was just me cracking my knuckles. You guys keep flying for a little while, and you look down, and the hills are black now. They're just black.
Right.
It looks like
Hills are black.
Oh. Brian threw up his gravel again. Time to get him some more digestive stones.
And when you get past this next ridge, you look down, and it looks like a valley, a regular.
You know what that reminded me of? Do you remember Sarah's outgoing phone message for years where you call her answering machine and she's counting to 100?
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
it starts with her outgoing message would be 97, 98.
Oh, yeah, she's shoving stuff up her ass.
She's like, and then she goes, 100. Just cow, I got 100 pennies in my ass. And then all of a sudden you just hear a shitload of pennies. That was Sarah's outgoing message
Forever.
for years.
Yeah.
Just Cow.
Dave Juskow.
Dave Juskow's a genius, by the way. If you don't know him, meet him.
Organically, though.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
walk up to him in a mall and go, "Hey, I'd like to meet you." When you get over this ridge, you look down and you see a valley. It looks like a normal valley, very picturesque, except everything is black.
I like it.
And in this, in the middle of it, you see not a river, but maybe a stream or a brook of just black water. And
Quaint.
and along the river, up in the distance, you see what look like giant trees. And every now and then, these trees will do a whoop and fire these.
Spinning
Cool.
trees.
Neat.
Wait, is anybody controlling the trees, or they're just doing it?
You can't see anything at this point.
Nice. Let's steer clear of these trees.
Yeah, fuck these things.
Let's set down somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over by the stream, maybe?
You're gonna go set down.
Oh, black water.
Take a look at it.
Mississippi, what you keep on shining on me?
Oh God! Faster I can
Let
get
me
you
play
out of
my
here, the
flute.
faster that song stops.
Brian keeps playing this strange little flute.
Green
He's like the-
clarinet.
Ian Anderson of vaping.
Circular vaping.
I can really hold a note.
Chuck Vape Gioni.
The minstrel in the gallery.
Fuck you!
Chuck Vapio.
Bong
We all
ho
knew that was
in
terrible.
my jong ho.
Shake your head at me.
All right.
So you guys float down and land.
Yeah, how does it look before we touch down?
Ground is warm.
Okay. Is it soft and
Warm.
goopy?
No, it's hot black sand.
All right.
It's like you're in a desert, but everything is black
Black.
now.
All right.
The water looks like water, but you wouldn't want to touch it. It
Yeah, it's
looks
very oil
looks
or
like
tar.
oobleck. Yes, it
Yeah.
looks very oily.
Bartholomew and the Oobleck.
Oobleck.
It's not delicious like Zevia. Thanks, Zevia.
Thanks, Evia.
Zevia.
Although,
I love you, Zevia.
maybe it's a sort of black licorice flavored Zevia.
Well, if
That
it's
would be
good,
delicious.
there's plenty of it.
Black liquor.
Yeah, let's check out the
soda.
stream. Let's touch down.
Like
Let's
an anisette.
get a lay of the land, eh?
Yeah, it's warm and black,
Sweet.
like my heart.
When you land, you look at the brook, and it looks like pitch, just like tar floating like water, babbling. It's very, very liquid, very
Babbling
fluid.
tar.
Is there like a
And there's-
stick I can
Get
poke
off
in
your
there?
MySpace, Steve.
Posing for a photo.
Get off your Orchid.
Orchid, a Google product. Do you like MySpace but live in the Philippines where everything is horrible? Try Orchid.
It's like Google Plus for the Philippines.
It's like Elo.
So you got a Paris, France.
Or the Philippines.
Can I take a stick and put it in the stream and see what happens?
Yeah. And it looks like your stick is wet, but where there would be water, it's just black.
That's what she said.
Stick is wet, but where there would be water, it's just black.
Yeah, it's just black.
So it's like wet black water.
But the stick pulls out. It doesn't.
Water.
It pulls out, yeah, it's not.
Keep on
Just
shining.
like-
All right,
Black
I'll stick my hand in there. I'm
road.
gonna stick my hand in the stream.
Do it.
Keep on shining your light.
You pull your hand out very, very quickly.
Okay,
Very, very
I have black
hot.
skin, by the way.
Sure.
Doesn't matter.
No.
Really hot.
Yeah, hot is hot, no matter what color you are.
All right, it's true. Just like Martin Luther King said.
Why do you have to make this about race, Telfer? We cut the part where I said, "Why do you have to make this about race, Telfer?" and just leave the part where I said, "Race, Telfer." And then everybody will
Johnny
show
Quest
up.
character.
Wee!
Okay. Oh.
Race, Telfer. Not to be confused with Stroker Race, Telfer.
All right. So, do we see any signs of civilization? Do we see any footprints? Do we see any?
Oh, giants!
giants.
Wow, that was not me.
No, you don't see anything at this point. You just see that there's little. It looks like steam dancing on the surface of the stream that you're in front of. So it's obviously hot.
Hot river. Hot black water.
Are we near one of
Keep on
those
rolling.
trees that's shooting the?
They look like they're a few hundred yards downstream.
Should we walk towards one to get
Do you
a
guys
closer look?
still keep turning each other's knobs?
Yeah.
What a couple of dicks.
There's volume wars.
Fucking old are you?
Me and Steve have been doing it for like half an hour now. Just knobbing it up.
Should we walk towards one of those
Your
trees?
dice look like gazpacho.
Do we want to go near a tree?
I want to go look at one of these.
served cold.
Let's go
wanna
look.
go-
That's
yeah.
my revenge.
You
Let's
guys
go-
getting a contact
let's go
high
look
from my
at-
vape pen?
Maybe.
Let's go look at a glob tree.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
You guys
Poultry.
make your way down the brook. You don't see any sort of life or anything. If you look up, you see every now and then some dots flying above you, heading east at a rapid pace, and occasionally like flak bursts way up in the stratosphere.
Blarf.
When you get, but then up in the distance, you start to hear like.
Let's hide.
Do you want to say hi to the black giants?
No,
Okay.
not yet. I want to see
We can
him.
fly away this time at least.
That's true. We can't fly. Fuck it. Let's take.
Right.
Let's not look weak.
Yeah. Let's be
Let's
friendly and strong.
let's face the noises. Turn.
Let's tell them that we've slain
Yeah.
all their enemies.
Yes.
We've slain guys
not all.
yellow, red,
Yeah.
green,
Yeah.
blue.
Speak of the English. We're your fucking friends.
You're in
do that.
America. Speak common.
Dan, you fucker.
I think you started it.
I did start it. He surpassed me a number of times turning my headphones down, though.
All right.
So you head down towards these trees, and as you get closer to the trees, you see that they're very, very large. They're giant trees,
Big
of course.
trees.
And they look like they're at an angle. And as you walk towards them, you see the tree kind of go like there's a snake eating something round in reverse, and then a blob.
Kermit throwing up.
Kermit throwing up. This ball flies out of these trees and goes up into the atmosphere and then zips off. And when you get closer, you can see that on the tree, everything is black.
Yeah.
But you can see as you get closer that there is a humanoid form on the tree, and that there are other humanoid forms around the base of the tree.
Hello there. Let's.
Oh, are they not giant though?
They're giant.
They're big. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're much like the other giants we saw, except
Right.
black. I'm guessing.
Huh. We have yet to see anybody
Let's
our
say
size
hi.
ever,
I know.
right? They've all been big.
Yep.
Ever since the mistake.
Okay.
So let's go say hi.
Mistake.
The mistake.
Mistake. What was that old Dana Gould?
Where a guy should come out of
a top hat.
Yeah.
Come out of the closet.
What was he? What was the
I don't know.
mistake?
Just
Anytime you
anything.
did something
Yeah,
wrong,
anything
you
you
were
fucked up, that guy was. Yeah.
Golf ball sized neck moles. So you get closer and closer to this thing. The giants that are running this thing, you see 3 of them. There is one sort of straddling the tree like a cannon. There is another one at the base, and he's waving, and you see another one that is out in the stream, and he's doing something in the stream.
Loading up a glop ball.
Oh, he's grabbing the black stuff out of
the ammo, I'm guessing.
out of the tar stream. Yeah. How close are we? And we're little to these guys. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Are you losing confidence? These
No,
are your people.
I'm getting kind of excited. Actually.
All right.
ready
Well,
to
then
talk
let's
to him.
All right.
let you take over.
All right. I'm gonna fly about 6 feet off the ground, so I'm almost like eye level, and then I will.
Oh, you're also black now, aren't you?
I am black now.
That's helpful.
So there's the other. There's 2 in the tree.
And
There's
one in
one
the
at-
pink.
Nerd Poker's brought to you by Maxim Magazine. When you need something to whack off to, and you're in a big 5 bathroom.
All right. So
Maxim Magazine.
there's a guy doing something in the stream. We can't see what he's doing, and then there's a guy operating it like a cannon, and then there's one other guy. What's he doing?
It looks like
One guy's like a commander. One's the.
Did
the
you ever think
operator.
that Playboy would stop having ladies? Like, did you?
Yeah.
I know. I mean,
I just
I
figured
haven't
it
read a
would go
Playboy.
away.
I haven't read a Playboy in a million years, but it's weird.
As a former computer repair
Figured it would
person
go
for
away.
Playboy Enterprises, I'm not surprised it eventually went in this direction because there was something very stressed out on the look of every single person there. It felt like they knew they were running a game. And
Yeah, well, because
yeah.
they're not porn, and that they can't compete with it with real,
they can't even compete with Maxim.
Right, or like fashion magazines.
they
at
can't
this point.
compete
guess.
with just the internet.
I
As a
don't
whole.
know,
Or
man.
Victoria's
But as a
Secret.
kid, they always had the hottest girls. Like it was
Yeah.
compared to the other choices when you
Yeah,
were buying
Penthouse was always a little.
magazines in the 80s or whatever.
Penthouse had better bush.
You see the new Playboy?
But Hustler
Bo
girls.
Derek's tits. I like sex.
I like sex too. Look out!
So
People on loons should not drive.
Hey, when I was,
I was so close to doing something
you-
role playing.
are you ready for some 3
Yeah,
Mile
let's
Island?
do it.
Should I tell a horrible story or not?
Yes.
Yes.
When I was giving sperm samples
All right,
to-
I've heard
to the-
enough. I've heard enough.
the
That's it.
fertility clinic, they would put you in a
They
room.
couldn't get anybody better.
Yeah, it was me and Bob Oshak.
Blade was the source of all sperm in America for
Yeah.
a couple of years.
Oh, that's why they're so skinny.
They would put you in a room and they'd say, "Hey, whenever you're done, just ring this bell, whatever." And they put you in there with a TV that had.
I did it!
Oh, an angel just got a load in its
I'm
face.
going! Ding, ding, ding.
I'm done.
Do you have to make
Ding,
the bell
ding,
ding by
ding.
hitting it with ejaculate? It's like a gong.
Ding, ding, ding.
So I go in and there's a.
You fill the cum spittoon.
Fill the cum spittoon. There's
There's actually a bucket that when it got to a certain weight, it would drop and ring the bell.
it was like a Rube Cumberg device. But they would have they had a stack of magazines, which in the days like now seems very quaint. Right. But they
were like Popular Mechanics.
Yeah, there was
Wired.
Cat Fancy.
All right.
I fucking so much pussy. But there was they had these stacks of Penthouse, and every third one or Playboys, and every third one was Penthouse, and it was like I would read the Playboys, and it was like, oh, for fuck's sake, you're trying to find something that you could rub one out to besides the jokes, and then but then there was one point when I found one, I was like, okay, there might be something in here, and then all of a sudden I'm reading an interview with Sarah Silverman. I'm just saying, it was just like I was trying to masturbate for medical reasons, and all of a sudden I'm just reading about my friend's show business careers. Like, Jesus Christ. Next issue, Patton Oswalt did 9/11. And Chester the Molester in Club International.
Chester the Molester.
It's true.
Oh my God,
It's
Chester
true.
the
Patton
Molester.
did do 9/11.
It is true.
Did you text a photo of that bill to him?
No.
I did. I should have.
Let's see what happens
Anyway,
with these
speaking
people.
of ejaculating black globules,
So one of them's like a commando. He's like in charge.
who knows?
One of them looking like they're in
That's what it
charge.
seems like.
One of them's not busy operating something directly.
Yeah.
They look.
One's
You
telling one guy
can't.
to shoot and the other guy to get ammo.
You can sort of make out their forms from this distance. You can tell that there's three of them, but it's black against black.
All right. I'm gonna fly at them, and as soon as I feel like they look at me, I'm gonna start. Jesus Christ! It's like a whole new layer of stalling.
Now you're
now.
doing it to us? I don't even know what you
Yeah,
did.
he did. He
I
just
just
turned
turned it
us in.
down.
I didn't do it.
God damn it. Which one am I? Oh,
3.
no wonder.
Stop fucking with those knobs, or I'm going to tell more jerking off at a hospital store.
The best part is this is volume on headphones, so it's not even something they can hear. It's just a bunch of people
just
randomly
us.
going, fuck! Okay, yeah, so I fly at them. I try to get like about at eye level as I'm flying. And as soon as I think one of them looks at me, I'm going to do like a golf clap. Like, or not a golf clap, but like, like the pretentious
snap your
slow
fingers.
clap. I'm going to
Go.
let them know I approve of what they're doing.
Okay. As you fly towards this tree, you see where you hear these guys barking things at each other, and then the tree does a weird and then this black tar globule flies up into the sky. Steve?
Much like your globules ringing a bell.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm trying to fire off a globule. I'm reading an article about Sarah Silverman. The Steve, your detect magic spell is still going off, and you notice that when the water kind of goes up into the tree or whatever's going on, when that round thing happens, you see a little dot of light go up, and then when the globule leaves the tree and goes up into the sky, it just has a magical light around it.
Huh. Okay.
Anyway, that's it.
Trees magic eyes the globules. So what do they react to the clapping?
Oh,
I try to get to visual range, and if they look at me, I let them know I'm like,
okay. That globule goes up, and you fly up, and all of a sudden you hear the "what the whoa," and you hear, and they all sort of look at you, and you see that they're sort of thin the way the yellow giants were, minute ball kind of shaped, Close Encounters aliens. And the eyes, you can't see anything, but you can tell they're round, and you can see that they're looking at you because of the reflection of the sunlight.
all right.
So all three of these eyes kind of look at you, and then they look at each other and kind of start. They're talking with each other.
Does it sound remotely like our language?
No, they're sort of.
Giant language.
Yeah, it's a giant weird, and it's sort of
It's big speak.
it's a bubbly.
It's like the Hamburglar.
Yeah, it's very hamburgery, but there's also there's a thickness to it and a liquidness to it.
To their language?
I'll bow deeply to them.
You bow deeply, and the one that's closest to you, not the one on the tree and not the one in the river, the one in the middle, kind of does a swatting motion at you. And the hand is, you know those sticky things you get in the gum machine where you can throw them and they grab things and snap them back? They kind of have that effect, so the arm is a little
Do I get to dodge?
longer than you think.
Try to dodge, I mean?
Give me a dexterity with a minus on it.
All right. I'm a 17 dex.
A 17 dex?
Good God.
I thought you only had the
The
one.
tower is falling apart. No. 9/11 Patton.
Okay, so this hand kind of flies out and swings past you. It's flip, 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 flip. Like almost like it's on the end of a fishing line, and then it snaps back to this guy. And it's warm when it goes past you.
Oh, boy.
So that's that.
Okay.
The other guys turn around and see you, and they don't really stop what they're doing. What are you guys going to do?
I'm going to land and kneel.
You're going to land and kneel.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're going to land where? At the base of the tree?
Yeah.
You're going to make sure they see you?
Yes. I want them to see me kneel before them.
Okay. All right. So you land on the ground in front of the one that just tried to hit you. Mm-hmm. And you land and you kneel. You kind of look up. And this time the hand just smacks on top of you. It feels like a cauldron of hot liquid has landed on you. And let's see how much.
Fucking giants.
There's not a good one anywhere.
You take 9 points of damage and you can't breathe.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Let's grab. I fly down and grab Nausicaa.
Fly
Yeah.
her out.
You're gonna fly down
Yes,
and grab
I am.
Nausicaa?
Luckily, I'm small.
But she's got wings, but I'm going to try to get her away from these fucking.
Yeah, I mean,
black
I don't.
assholes.
I think I'm inoperable. I would try to fly, but I feel if I can't
So-
breathe.
Dag angrily takes off, Superman style, and flies over and sees that the giant that's in the middle of the two, not the one in the river, not the one on the tree, his arm is way, way out like Plastic Man style, and the hand is covering Nausicaa, and you can see her legs sticking out comically like she's been splatted like a fly.
All right, I'm
this
going
hand
to
is still
fly
covering.
by it and chop it off with my frost brand.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
That's what I wanted Boyd to say.
All right, hey, while
Let's
he
take a break.
while he chills out this frost brand, we're gonna take a break.
And we're back.
All right, so do it,
All right.
Dag. Fire up the frost brand.
It was 17.
Okay. You kind of get up near the halfway between the elbow and the wrist of this spaghetti arm, and the frost brand goes down through, and when it hits, there's a weird shing, that weird crystal-y sound, and the rest of you can see the arm kind of retract back up to the giant, and the hand and arm that are covering Nausicaa just sort of immediately contract and start to shrivel up. So you can start breathing again, but you've still taken some damage.
Taking more than half my damage.
Yeah, you got pretty fucked up.
Grab and go.
Yeah, well, my next action would be to grab her and get out of there.
Okay, so you're gonna go up, fly up, and I'm gonna have to say that this is gonna be in the next. That's gonna be in your next.
That's what I would say. Yeah,
yeah.
my-
I'm going to try to fly out on my turn, too. If he can grab me first, great, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm in retreat mode. Fuck these guys.
All right. While you are getting up and trying to gather yourself, the dude in the river stands up and just kind of he waves his hand, and you remember the way the yellow giants would throw sand in your face when they would do that? This time there's just hot tar coming at you guys. So this is going to land on Nausicaa and Dag.
Jesus.
Nausicaa, it kind of flies over your head. You take 2 points of damage from just heat going over the top. Dag gets sprayed pretty hard.
I'll say.
Even with my armor, my bitching leather form-fitting armor coat.
Oh,
Plus
yeah.
3, my armor of blending.
Your armor of blending.
Yeah.
Oh, that just makes it worse. What? Not
You motherfucker.
You take 9 points of damage. You just get.
I get 9 too?
Yeah, you get 9 points of
I-
damage. You get sprayed with just. You get
Hot black
sprayed with
glue.
hot tarmac.
I web
tar.
I web that guy. I try and cover him in a web.
So Winter throws a web spell on the guy in the river. You see your web go out and just coat the guy and then wrap around him and disappear. Ugh. It just sort of faded right into him.
Oops.
So it was worth it.
All right. I'm still going to try to fly out of here.
Get out.
I don't
Yep,
want to. I'm
flying
not going
away.
to fight these guys. I'm going to get.
Fly away.
Get away.
All right, so Dag goes up, still smoking, and grabs Nausicaa, who's still smoking and in a lot of pain. You're both in a lot of pain. And you sort of...
Well, we're both humiliated. She just ran up to Danzig and said, "Hey, I'm goth too," and he said, "I'm not goth," and fucking
Yeah.
and then
called
sprayed
her
you
an
with tar.
asshole and sprayed us with
Yeah.
tar.
So,
Except for Glenn Danzig isn't a giant. He's the opposite.
yeah, he is. You do double damage against Danzig.
And he doesn't fight as well as this guy.
Tiny Danzig for money. Do what you want me to do. Stop singing. You go up and you grab Nausicaa and you get some altitude and get up above this tree. And as you do this, you see another ball come up from some trees downriver a few hundred yards and go up into the sky. So
How close are we to our friends here? Can
Well, I'm ready to fly away.
Winter and
Yeah, let's get the fuck
can
out.
Winter
Yeah.
and Hug hear me?
you could probably shout.
See what happens.
Yeah,
and Winter attacked. So
I
we're-
say we should get out of here and
Yeah.
not fuck with these guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Agreed.
You guys all
Don't
sort
know
of
where the fuck to go.
I don't either.
But
You
Give me the,
do you
give me
still
that
have
ring
a
of
wish?
Wishing.
let's not go any further.
I'll get us out of here if you give me that ring of wishing, Hug.
you guys
Why don't you
start,
just fucking tell him what to wish for.
you guys start flying up, and
Selfish motherfucker.
as you get up into the sky, you see that there are almost at the same altitude as you. There are yellow birds coming in, and these
They like
birds.
us too.
These birds are just met with these black circles, and the circles engulf the birds, and they just hit the ground, disappear.
All right.
And you see at different levels, you see blue birds coming in. The same thing
Blue Birds
happened.
of happiness.
We have no friends.
Getting
We should
absorbed.
fly lower and but also
I'm gonna give
get away
the
from
ring.
the black.
What?
I'm gonna give you the ring.
Are you really?
I've had it with everything. I can't.
You can't handle this
No,
anymore?
I can't do it. Everything.
I mean-
hates us.
Well, as Nausicaa takes the ring, she says, "Now, before I make this wish, I just want to make it clear, if there's somewhere you'd like to go, you can do it yourself. You can make the wish, but if you give this to me, I'll handle this my way."
All right.
What an asshole.
You're going to give it to me?
I just feel like anything is better than the Giants.
All right,
Yeah.
so
We all can make.
I'm
our
sick of the
wishes.
Giants.
Yeah.
Nausicaa's giggling, and you can see as you're flying up here and sort of hovering up in the sky, you can see the birds coming in from the east, and you can also see these black dots kind of going up, and you see some of the dots sort of going off into the opposite direction, off into the distance.
The other way?
She dances like a
And if
dude
you-
with a large body.
Hang on, they're firing behind
And
them.
if
She
you-
doesn't dance.
She does- no, yeah, she-
she's not agile or.
I just did a
petite.
dance for my character, and it looked sort of like a 6'5" nerd with scoliosis doing a dance.
Who thought he was a
She's
black,
5'3",
a
but-
black drow woman?
All right.
No, wait. So there's balls going off in the other direction?
As you get up into the sky a little further and you're looking around just to see if there's any other birds coming in from other directions, you see some of these black dots going up and going off into the distance. And if you get up even higher, you can see over the mountains in the distance. You know how sometimes if you're up in Mulholland, you can see the reflection of the ocean off in the distance?
Yeah.
Way, way off in the distance, you see the line of the ocean, which obviously is the edge of the continent way off in the distance.
Okay.
And you see these black dots heading off into that direction.
Why are they heading over? They're attacking more stuff in that direction.
Don't know.
I can wish myself in that direction.
I've got the ring, though, right?
Well, I know, but you said we
think
can
so.
wish any way we wanted to go. Well, I don't know what you said exactly.
I said before you give me this ring,
Yes.
if there's somewhere you'd like to go, you can.
Oh, I could
You
use
can
the
wish
ring
us
and
all there,
wish.
or you can give it to me and let me take us somewhere my way.
I see. What do you think?
Why wouldn't you
I'll
just
let
tell
her-
us where? Cryptic
I don't think my character
bitch.
would.
Okay.
All right.
Unless you want me to hang on and wish us all to the coastline where the balls are headed.
Balls.
How many times have I told you not to say balls in front of Steve?
Balls.
What do you guys think?
Balls.
Just give her the ring and
All
let's
right.
fucking get out of
Give
here.
her the ring.
All right.
All right.
Can we all hold hands, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I put on the ring, and as I put it on, I say,
Your hand feels like dying.
"There is but some life in it." I couldn't hear myself say that because fucking Steve turned my headphones off. As I put the ring on, I say, Goddess Zinzarina,
Ugh.
take us
Going to church.
somewhere where our talents can be of use to you.
I'm okay with this so far. Where do we go?
Now that all the children have grown up. And how do we spend our time?
I remember the thing that I was trying to remember. The
dude's
thing that
name?
you said out of context.
Oh, that-
Really?
In the one episode, like 2 or 3 episodes ago, you said, "Hey, bro, your dick's hanging out,"
Oh, yeah, yeah.
but we never set up the context for it.
No, we didn't.
So while I was on the Motorhead cruise, we'll get right back to what's happening. but Stony has a thought. While I was on the Motorhead cruise, there was a bunch of amazing bands. I mean, it was fucking insane to get to see Slayer twice in a small room and
Huey
then
Lewis
to
there?
see Anthrax. Shut up. Motorhead did 2 amazing sets. Suicidal Tendencies, one of my all-time favorite bands. You and I saw them a bunch of years ago.
True.
Yeah. Love those dudes. So I get to meet
you give that guy
Mike
a
Muir.
Pepsi?
Mike Muir, is that guy.
Yeah.
Such a character. So the next day, my buddy hooked up with a girl on the boat, and it's super early in the morning. He's leaving this girl's cabin, and he's sort of a mess. He's hungover, and he sees Mike Muir hanging in the hallway, and Mike Muir looks at him and goes, "Hey, bro, your dick's hanging out." He puts his dick back in his clothes and says, "Thanks, Mike Muir," and heads off on his way. And then told a bunch of us that story on the boat. And so we were saying, "Hey, bro, your dick's hanging out," for pretty much the rest of the cruise. And Steve enjoyed that and said it on the show.
Hey, bro.
But with no context.
You totally
So
forgot, yeah.
Now you know.
The
What
rest
happened to
the
all of
story.
us?
I want to know.
Chapter 2.
I prayed to Zinzarina to take us where our talents would be of use to her.
Oh, but
My drow
is
goddess.
she the drow goddess of wishes?
No, but I'm
Okay.
trying to use the wish
Okay.
to channel her will.
right.
Yeah. I like it.
A place where your talents could be used.
Of use
Of
to
use
her, the
to
goddess
her.
Zinzarina.
Welcome to
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the belly room.
Oh no!
Somebody's phone beeping.
No.
Nobody hear that?
That's mine. Yeah. Sorry. That's because my phone's fucked up. It just does that
You
sometimes.
just have one long ring.
No, but the power connector is fucked up, so it'll be like constantly disconnecting and reconnecting and just vibrating constantly. It sucks. I need my phone repaired.
Is that your wish?
No!
Now your phone works. Circular breathe.
No, it doesn't work. You heard my wish.
You've been taken to a place where your talents can be of use.
I take us.
her.
Take us to where our talents can be of use to her.
Okay. So there's
We're just gonna be full of dicks somehow.
This spider monster just
Gangbang.
covered in penises.
I guess these are my talents. Oh, good thing I'm super talented.
you. There's a clap, a weird vertigo feeling. You get nauseous.
Steve's shaking his head. He looks mad at Dan. You let him.
And you.
Just a quick reminder: I am a chaotic evil character.
No, I know.
You are on a beach.
You're on a beach.
No, you're on a beach.
And David Hasselhoff is running in slow motion.
No, you're David Hasselhoff running in slow motion.
I'm sorry, I interrupted. Blaine.
No, you're sorry I interrupted Blaine.
Are we one of those barefoot singles naked clubs?
Yeah, it's farmersonly.com.
Jesus.
You don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com.
Just a farmer. You look down. It's like the nice rolling surf sound. It's nice and temperate.
How many colors is this beach?
The
This is
color
brought to us by Hawaii.
the color of the beach is black. The color of the water is regular water.
Ooh.
You
water.
you sort of get your bearings for a second, and you look up, and you see these black dots kind of going over your head and plunging into the water in front of you. And you hear explosions up and down to the right and left of you on the beach. And as things come into focus, you see that there are fires burning along the beach on either side of you. And there are tracks coming out of the water up onto the land.
Ooh.
And if you turn around, you can see these just constructs, these mechanical things.
What color are they?
They look like wood.
Barrel thing.
Holy shit!
Oh, it is the fish people.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
It's the fish people.
Yeah.
They hate us, don't they?
No, maybe not.
Well,
And as things come more into focus, you see that these fish have taken this beach.
Okay.
do
So
I
they're
get
here
a
to defend
sense?
the beach from the fish people?
Well, right. Do I get any sense from my connection to the goddess that she wants me to side with or against this force? 'Cause my character's never even met these guys before.
While you're thinking about this, one of those fish things comes out of the water right in front of you guys.
Okay.
It's bigger than the ones that you saw before. It looks like a more advanced copy of these things. There's a porthole in the front of it. You can't really make out what's in the porthole, but this thing is coming towards you and not even acknowledging you, just walking past you.
It seems like they-
an AT-AT?
they're
like
warring
one of
with
the
giants.
little
They're at
scout
war with-
I
AT-ATs.
think so, because the giants are...
Do we get a sense we're in the giant land at all?
Yeah, the black dots are...
Well-
fired.
Yeah, when you turn around, you can tell that the hills that you were above are behind you, miles
That's
and
what we were
miles
seeing
behind
that
you.
was firing at this beach.
Oh.
So I think
These things are at war with all the giants.
giants.
These things are our friend, you
I
guys.
think so, yeah.
Right,
But the black giants were fighting all the other giants, weren't they?
Yeah, but the giants are all fucked up in every possible
All right.
way.
These guys are invading giant territory,
so,
and they took
yeah.
a beach.
How much time do we have left?
Are the buildings on the beach gigantic?
There are no buildings on the beach.
All right.
This is just like a desert beach. This is very Planet of the
desert
Apes-y.
beach?
We're at an hour.
Ah, got
About
it.
10 minutes left. Okay, cool.
This is very Planet of the Apes-y looking, but the beach is black, volcanic black, going up and down. The hills are black behind you.
Okay, so they're
We're not
advancing
far from where we were, though. We're just miles.
We're like
or miles and miles.
the
Miles
other
and
direction.
miles, yeah.
The other
We
direction
could be
miles
on a
away.
different continent for all we know.
No, we went
No,
to where Ken wanted to go more than where you wanted to
he
go.
saw the other balls were firing the other direction. I think.
You asked your god to put you somewhere where you could be of use.
Yes.
But it was
So-
also like where Ken was pointing to, where Ken was like, why can't we go over there?
So we're of use to help
So
these
there's no God.
fish people fight.
That sounds good to me. Let's follow this big
That's
guy.
What I feel like,
Let's follow this big guy and see what he does.
or climb up on his thing.
Will he let us climb him? Or is he
He's
moving
totally
too fast?
oblivious to us, I think.
The fish?
Yeah.
He moves past you guys like you're just kids building
Yeah.
a castle.
Let's just follow him and see what he's
All right.
doing.
Can we still fly?
yeah.
Yeah, let's hover
At will.
behind him.
Yeah.
So you're flying.
This is a huge success, by the way, you guys. This is potentially not a giant, at least.
So you're flying, and this. Let's say that this fish thing that you're behind is 20 feet tall,
Okay.
just with it's a huge mechanical
A
construct.
fish at
Yeah, it's a AT-AT Scout, I guess. And this thing is
Chicken Walker or ATST.
ATST. As you're floating behind this thing, you hear the
Chicken walker.
weird noises of more of these things kind of coming up out of the water. 100 yards up the beach, 100 yards down the beach,
What
occasional
happened
things.
last time we saw them? Did they attack us? Or they just were coming
I
towards
know
us?
we
and didn't even
fucked
see
some
them?
of them up.
Yeah, we killed
Okay.
some, but
All right. We didn't get a chance to talk to
we
them.
didn't know what they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And while you are floating behind this thing, all of a sudden you hear a and these blobs of black just come flying past you like a machine gun nest has gone off. And the fish in front of you staggers back a little bit, and if you can get in front of it a little bit, and you can see that the front of it is covered with tar, it starts smoking and everything. And when this happens, just a line of flames comes out of the front of this fish like a flamethrower and just starts kind of sweeping past where the blobs came from. And there's occasional poof, poof, poof. So this thing is shooting flames, just igniting balls of tar or whatever up in the distance. And just kind of staggers forward. It's oblivious to your presence.
Okay.
So what else do we see in terms of the force of these fish?
There's a few more of these things, like I said, maybe a couple hundred yards on either side, coming up out of the water and sort of walking up onto the land.
See any
Underwater. It's
boats?
like an underwater.
Do we see any boats in the water?
No
No, I think it's
boats.
an underwater society, much like Gungans.
Oh, our favorite. Do we have any water breathing spells?
No, I don't think so. We have wishes. I don't know if I.
No,
I don't
well,
know if
we
have
might
any
not.
wishes, Yeah.
I will give you back your ring if you want it
Oh,
back.
thank you.
You let me make my ultimate wish, so I'm just gonna go ahead and, as a gesture, be like, "Yeah, you want this thing?"
When you hand the ring back to Hug,
Yeah.
Winter notices that it just looks like a beautiful ring.
Spent.
All right.
All right.
I'm still trying to figure out whose
Not
side we're
surprised
supposed
by
to be
that,
on
really.
here.
While you're floating there, you look back and you see another couple of these things coming up out of the water, maybe 100 yards apart, like they were coming up in a formation of three, just staggered a little bit.
We should try to hijack one of these and, hopefully without hurting the fish inside, get inside and take it back down.
Underwater.
Underwater.
full of water, though.
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like
Because they have to bring
Closed
them
up
in the
fish
water,
tanks.
They're like
But-
water spacesuits.
But we could make them.
Yeah,
Filled with
I mean,
air.
we could try to empty the water out and see if it stays airtight
Yeah.
because it potentially needs to keep water pressure for the fish, right?
Yeah.
So
So let's kill some fish.
No, I don't want to kill them.
we don't know. I mean, I feel like we're meant to take a side in a
Like-
war versus the
Yeah,
black
I mean,
giants or the fish, but I can't tell which one.
Are there
I'm
any
kind of at a loss.
destroyed or still not moving vehicles on the beach of these mechanical barrel things?
Do you want to fly up and take a little?
Sure.
Well, can I just straight up start praying for like an answer of which side?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. While you're praying, Hug, you fly up.
Yeah.
You can see as you get farther up, you can see on either side of you as you look down the beach, just smoke coming from battle scenes.
Okay.
Some is inland, some is on the beach. You see wreckage of these things on the beach, and you see blobs of black tar occasionally that just look like masses of fluid and globs lying around.
Are there any of these look less damaged than other ones, or
No, the ones that are hurt are either smoking and look pretty lifeless, or just
totally? Fucked?
yeah, totally fucked.
Is there any other way we can get under the water?
While you're doing this, you see a few hundred yards down, I guess, to the west. This thing is coming up on the beach, and some black blobs from the sky change course and zero in it. Jump, 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 jump. And just cover this thing, and it falls backwards. There's some flamethrowers that kind of flail around, and then it just sort of stops.
Jesus. Does it look like we could access that one, or does that look super fucked up?
When you're thinking about this, you see some black forms move down the beach. They come out of nowhere because it's all one color. But you see these forms kind of
Right.
move up and swarm around the smoking thing, and all of a sudden it's just engulfed in black.
Huh. Horrible.
Do I get any results from my prayers?
Not yet, no. You look sort of stupid doing it too. I just wanted to say.
Like some nerd playing a Dragons game. Is that fish that got hit by a tart? Is it dead?
Which one?
The main one that was right in front of us. Where'd it go?
You haven't really you haven't gone in front of it yet. You haven't even taken a good look at this thing, but it's covered in
Is it
tar.
moving anymore? Is it still shooting fireballs?
It's kind of stopped.
I'm gonna go over and I want to make a blood sacrifice if I can. I'm gonna see if this fish is in there,
Okay.
and if it is, pull it out, cut it open, and offer it to Zinzarita for an answer.
When you get over to this thing, it's lying there, and the black stuff on it is bubbling. The wood, it smells like burning wood and tar. It smells like the boardwalk on a hot day. It's really kind of nice. Takes you back. The water in the glass that you can see is just bubbling glass.
Okay.
This is really boiling the fish up.
Yeah, can I try to just like stab at it with my sword and see if I can pop the glass open?
All right, sure. Yeah, you you hit this glass for a while. You kind of chip at it a little bit, and finally there's you hit something that pries this thing open, and steam and water, and it just smells like Gladstone's for fish. Just smells delicious. But it also smells disgusting and weird and
My kind of
like
smell.
death. Yeah, it smells like something has died in some.
It's like the
boiling
potpourri that Nausicaa used to keep around the house.
water. Did you say potpourri?
Potpourri.
Oh my God,
Smells
I
like
think
the
worst
Pope's
case of
diarrhea.
potpourri. It's like really good smelling diarrhea.
But do I see a fish? Does he fly?
Holy shit!
Does a boiled fish like roll out with the water?
No. What? After you feel like there's been a pressure equalization, and you sort of pull this glass away from it, and inside there's some fishy looking thing. It looks like a shark fish, but with giant human eyes.
Jesus.
Like not lifeless shark eyes, but like eyes. And it's obviously just died, and it was thinking about its family.
But it's dead.
That's totally dead.
Cool.
Couldn't be more dead.
I'm going to cut it open and say, Zinzarina, give us a sign. Is this friend or foe?
You stab this thing, and Zinzarina sends you a little sign. A waitress comes over and takes this fish and puts it in some aluminum foil and starts to kind of twist it up into a swan. And then it disappears, and that's Zinzarina's way of letting you know that, kill the fish.
Oh. Side with the giants, kill the fish.
What the fuck? Okay.
Well, all right. This is where we can be of use. These are the things we can actually kill, I guess.
Saving the fucking giants.
Yeah. The giants, I guess, are on our team. They just
my
can't
God.
communicate with us.
You're still up there, and you can see that if you look up and down the beach in either direction for miles, there's smoke. And you see the smoke, sometimes it's inland, off in the distance. So
Maybe if
it
we-
looks like
yeah.
the fish are sort of marching their way up onto the land.
Maybe if we kill these
Fight
fish,
the fish.
the giants will actually know we're on their side in a
Maybe.
way that makes sense to them. I don't know.
They
All
won't.
right. Well, let's try that next week.
All right.
Sweet.
This will be, first week in
Halloween or
November.
something.
It was after
Yeah.
Halloween. Any November dates you want to plug?
Yeah, November.
November 16th, I'm at the Temple on Santa Monica and Hillhurst. Or no, Santa Monica and Virgil. It's fun.
Is that for real?
Yeah.
The temple?
I think it's
Oh,
Temple.
Temple Bar.
Temple Bar, yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be the Garage back when we used to
Yes.
have bands and stuff.
November 10th, I have a show at Meltdown with Mary Lynn Rice Cub and Howard Kramer and Brendan Small.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
nice.
a great one.
Yeah.
That's a good show. I've got all my dates on BrianPosehn.com, but I've got, what do I got coming up? Oh, I'm in Denver
Denver.
at the Comedy Works.
Oh, and check out Brian's new tour poster.
Oh, yeah. My tour poster is on my on BrianPosehn.com or on Facebook and a bunch of other places. It's basically Halloween 3 poster. Did you see it, Ken? I'll show it to you.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's Season of the Witch, but I called it Season of the Bitch Tits. And so I'm in, where did I just say? Denver. Oh, in Arlington Draft House and out in D.C. I'm looking forward to that. It's a blast out there. Always have fun. Those are my November shows. Thanks, guys.
Go see Tales of Halloween. I know it's late, but it's a movie.
Oh, yeah?
Dana's in, and I
Oh,
have
cool.
a bit in it, too.
Oh, go
It's
see
really
Lucha
great.
Vavoom 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
And go fuck yourself.
Yay.
Last week, not this week. Love you.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Ackerman, Adam Sachs, and Chris Bannon. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.